welcome back to JT O'Malley 96810's LPs. I'm your host, JT O'Malley 9681, and we are still playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time for the Nintendo DS. It's part 37 of our adventure. Chapter 16, A New Dawn. This is... Huh? Hey, where... Isn't this where we met? Then that means, could it be? It is! We're back! We're back in our world! We did it! Ugh. Profile! Look around! We made it! Back in our world. So we did it? We made it through. Back to this world. Yep. This is where I met him. Let's see. It was right around here. That's where I found him zonked out. Well, so that's what happened. That trip sent me back to the Eastern Forest. But you, JT, and I reached our world way apart from each other. Oh, yeah, that's right. There's still a bit I don't understand, like the whole time travel thing. Do you think you could explain it? But this isn't really the place. Why don't we go back to the guild? Before we went to the future, we trained there. Hold on. Will I be well received if I go back there? After all, I'm a wanted outlaw. If I went to the guild, won't they be shocked? Do you think they'll try to capture me? Come to think of it, you're right. What do we do? Oh, I know. There's a good place. But it means cutting through Treasure Town. Shouldn't be a problem if we lie low and sneak through. Lead the way. Alright, this way. Sharpedo Bluff. Hmm? Yeah. I think they call it that because the cliff looks like the Pokemon named Sharpedo. As far as I can tell, nothing seems out of the ordinary. It's down here. This is where I lived before joining the guild. I see. The hollow chamber in the face of the cliff. I'm glad no one's wrecked this place. It goes to show nobody takes any notice. It might be better if we stayed here. Agreed. But JT, I never expected you to be that very same one. Grobal, do you think you could tell us about that? Oh yeah. We were jointly investigating the planet's paralysis. A Pokemon and a human? Paired together? Yeah. You know, they tried to make it seem that way, like this is supposed to have taken place long before humans ever existed alongside Pokemon. So I don't know. And JT had or has a special ability like no other. We relied on it to investigate the paralysis. It played a vital part. By special ability, you mean the dimensional scream? Exactly. But the scream has a drawback. It requires the presence of a trusted Pokemon partner. Without that partner, the ability cannot be triggered. A trusted partner? That's why we work together. The scream is set off by triggers tied to places where the time gears are stolen. We needed to find out where the time gears were in the past, so we used the scream to accomplish that. Hold on! You said that the scream needs a trusted partner nearby, but the scream was going off not long after we met. Your point? Doesn't that show you how much you two trusted each other? Well, when you put it like that, I mean, it's a bit embarrassing. In addition, JT developed amnesia. Upon meeting you, Total, your partner had someone to turn to. Perhaps he grew to trust you very quickly because of that. Oh, there's one more thing I don't understand. And with this scream goes off in relation to only time gears, right? The opposite is also true. The dimensional screen is not triggered in places that weren't connected to time gears. Really? I don't remember it that way. Hey, do you remember when it went off near Drowsy? And during our first exploration? And there were other times too. We went places that seemed to have absolutely nothing to do with time gears. But even in places like that, the scream went off. Are you sure? But that never happened in the future. That screen was never triggered in places that had no ties. Well, if that's true, I don't know why it would work differently here. Perhaps things are different in this world. Perhaps the nature of the scream is altered. So in the future, the scream doesn't work in places that have no connection to time gears. Oh, that explains it. That's why that time in the future... Maybe I couldn't envision anything like that we were in the future. Because we were in a place that wasn't tied to any time gears. Maybe that's why the scream failed. Maybe Grovile is right about the future. And the past being different. Or different enough to make my scream ability work differently. Anyway, like I was saying, we were investigating the planet's paralysis. We used a dimensional scream ability to identify the locations of the time gears in your world while we were in the future. After identifying the locations where the time gears would be in the past, we took the passage of time that brought us from our world in your future here. However, we encountered turbulence. Thus, we became separated. And for some reason, you got amnesia and was turned into a Pokémon. I can only guess that it had something to do with our accident. I came from the future, and not just that. I came with the mission of preventing the planet's paralysis. Seems too outlandish. It doesn't feel real. So, you may not remember any of this, but you were my closest friend. I worried that when we got separated. I'm glad to see that you're safe. Your appearance may have changed, and though you have lost your memory, you are still you. And none of this alters the fact that you remain my friend. I am glad to see you again. Now, we'll have to decide what our next course of action is. Like I've told you before, I'm going to collect the time gears again. What are you two going to do? I'm a bit worried about how time stops in the region where the time gears are removed. But that's really temporary. That's right. As soon as the time gears are set in temporal, our time will be restored. Oh, well then, we'll go too. We'll go with you then. Taking a time gear will cause trouble, but we have to stop the plant's paralysis. Okay then, we'll go together. But the hour's late, and we're also exhausted. We should rest up. Toto, where'd he go? Outside, maybe? What's the matter? Can't sleep? Yeah, just thinking. Dusk Noir? No, not that. Finding out we were being duped really hurt. But hearing what you had to say earlier, it made me realize that what Dusk Noir said in the future was true. Made me understand that JT really did come from the future. I was thinking about stuff like that. Hey! Look, Grovile! Sunlight! It's sunrise! Pretty, isn't it? Yes. Maybe it's because we were in the future for so long, I didn't think that a sunrise could ever feel so renewing. The sun rises, then it sets. We take that for granted. But with things we take for granted, they're really the most essential things. They're precious. I've never known what in the future with the world of darkness. Upon coming here and seeing the sun for the first time, it was staggering. Seeing it strengthened my resolve to turn history away from the future of darkness. There is one thing I wanted to ask you. About the time in the future when we were confronted by Dialga. Frankly, we were in a no-win situation. There was no hope. When all seemed lost, you refused to give up. Even I had given up. What compelled you? How did you manage to stay so strong? I wonder too. I really don't know. Maybe it was JT who stood beside me. JT? Take a look at this. What is this? It's an odd description. I've never seen this. This is new to me. Well, this is my relic fragment. It's my personal treasure. It's my dream to one day solve the mystery of this. But I was such a coward. I couldn't even work up enough courage to see if I could apprentice at the guild. It was then that I met JT. He always cheered me up. It all gave me courage. With him, I felt like I could conquer anything. That's how I came to think over time. Maybe that's why I'm able to keep going without giving up. Alright, I think I understand what you're saying. He has a special quality that makes others feel that way. The same way that I care for him as a friend. You, Total, also feel the same way. I don't like saying that word, because I do not believe in luck. There's no such thing as luck and coincidence. You should be thankful to be blessed with a friend like you. Well, it's morning. We should be leaving soon. Yep. Alright. It's agreed that we will collect time gears. First, we have to decide where we should target. Let's check the Wonder Map. From here, Underground Lake would be closest. What about the Tree Shroud Forest? That was where I got my first time gear. Well, where's that at? Here. It is a little far from here, but there is no one like Unxie guarding that time gear. Great! If we had to fight someone over a time gear, that would attract attention. But we shouldn't have to worry about that here. Exactly. Well, it's settled. That's where we'll go. This is it. This is the entrance. Oh. What's up? The atmosphere feels different. Oh, I must be imagining it. We'll go in when you're ready. Alright, folks, that's gonna be it for JTML 9681's LPs of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time for the NDS. This has been part 37. Stay tuned for part 38, which will be coming up very soon. JTML 9681 signing off. I'll see you on the next part.